Hi, everyone. Welcome to Soulprint. Thank you for being here. It is Pendulum Friday. There are lots and lots of questions. So, I'm not going to be chitter-chattering. Welcome to all of my subscribers, new and established. I'm grateful for every one of you. Thank you. Okay, let's go. I have a question actually first that I want to ask. So, the election is on the 5th, and I'm just going to try to find out if by the 11th, which is Remembrance Day, if it has been determined who the winner is. Okay, so for those who are new here, side to side means my pendulum is ready to talk and I am protected. Show me yes, back and forth, and show me no, and then it goes round and round. You can see the pendulum is very, very responsive. It's just a lovely little thing. Alrighty, so my first question is, will the result of the United States election be known by November 11th? Okay. And are the results going to be definitive? Is there going to be a significant difference in the amount of votes each candidate gets? Okay, so yes. So, that's a good thing. All right, here we go. This is the election. This is regard to swing state, I do believe. Will Arizona go blue? No. Now remember, these answers are based on the energy today. Will Georgia go blue? Yes. Michigan, is Michigan going to go blue? Yep. Nevada. Okay, so there's no definitive answer right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on in Nevada that we can't get any kind of a read, but that's how it is. Will North Carolina go blue? Okay, that looks like a no. Do the Democrats gain enough seats in the state legislature to break up the Republicans' supermajority? Oh, no, that's specific to North Carolina. So in North Carolina, will the Democrats gain enough seats in the state legislature to break the Republican supermajority? Yes, but that's really interesting considering we got a no on if the state itself is going to go blue. Will Pennsylvania go blue? Yep. And Wisconsin? And that's a yes. Florida. Is Florida going to go blue? Okay, no. This is my next question. Is Republican representation sort of across the board in Florida going to be significantly reduced? Okay, so it looks like Florida's going to take a hit. Will Missouri go purple? Okay, that's a yes, and then it was or blue. Is Missouri going to go blue? No, so purple. Senate races. Will Debbie M. Powell win her bid for Florida Senate seat against the incumbent Republican Rick Scott? Thank you, whoever sent all of these questions in, all the whole bunch of you, for making them so easy for me to be able to focus in on who we're talking about, what state's going on, whatever. Thank you. It makes it much easier. Okay, so bottom line, is Rick Scott going to get bounced? That's a yes. Debbie Powell, is she going to win her bid for Florida Senate seat? Yes. So I know that there's been a lot of sort of controversy back and forth about the Josh Hawley one. So let's just take a peek. Will Josh Hawley of Missouri, senator, retain his seat against the Democrat challenger Lucas Coons? So is Josh Hawley going to return to, Washington? Is he gonna retain his seat? Okay, well, let's not all have a party yet, but we can do a small woohoo. That is a no. He is not going to retain that seat. Is Lucas Coons going to gain that seat? Yes. Will Montana Democrat, Senator John Tessler win re-election? That apparently is quite the tight little race. Let's see, is John Tessler going to retain his seat, please? I'm getting a strong yes. Will Angela Also Brooks, who's a Democrat, went against Larry Hogan for the Senate seat in Maryland? Okay, so Angela Also Brooks, is she going to gain the Senate seat in Maryland? We're not getting an answer there. I'm not quite sure why, but let's not panic. Democrat Sherrod Brown, will he keep his Ohio Senate seat? Is he going to retain his Senate seat? Sherrod Brown. So yes, that apparently is a really, really tight race. I have to say, in some of these places, I can't help but think that some of the bleep that has been coming out of Trump's mouth and the Republicans writ large, I can't help but feel that some of them were such huge missteps that people who have not yet voted, um, including some Republicans who are pretty, stuck in their philosophies. I think that there's going to be more Republicans voting Democrat than anybody anticipates or expects. I think that these last few days, Trump's paranoia, his fear, his insanity is really, really whipping up to brand new levels. And it's like, what was the last thing? Well, yesterday he said, so that would be on like Wednesday, something about, I'm going to protect women of the United States, whether they like it or not. Excuse me? Like, you don't talk to, you don't talk to anybody like that. You sure as hell won't talk to women like that. So, can't help but think that, I have long said that one of the things that Trump is very, very good at is shooting himself in his own foot. Let's carry on. Okay, congressional races. Krisha Calvernese, God, I hope I said that even close to right, Democrat, running against Lauren Boebert, Colorado 4th district seat. Will she win? That's a yes. It's not a really enthusiastic one, but it is a yes. Let's reverse the question. Will Lauren Boebert win her seat in this new congressional district that she's in? Lauren Boebert. No. Will miracles ever cease? Will Republican Ken Calvert lose his congressional seat to Will Rowlands in Southern California? Is Kevin Calvert going to retain his congressional seat? That looks like a yes. Oh God, you just know I'm going to screw up this name. Will incumbent Nicole, I can't even guess, Malatakis, maybe, win the race for New York's 11th congressional district against Democrat Andrea Morse? That's a yes. I think, though, I'm kind of hearing that there's whatever went on in that last election where a lot of sort of New York ended up going, red as opposed to blue. It feels like some of that is going to actually be reversed with this election. Will Missy Potter Massel unseat mega Republican Jen Higgins in Virginia's 2nd district? Is he going to win that seat? Yes. Okay. Will Republican Mike Garcia lose his congressional seat to Democrat George Whiteside? No. A little no, but it's a no. So maybe something can change over the weekend. Do Trump and Mike Johnson really have a secret plan to win the election? Okay. The secret plan is to not certify the election, just not do it. The problem is that the only way that can happen is if Mike Johnson and the Republicans hold on to the House. So, bigger question. Is the U.S. House of Representatives going to be majority Democrat after this election? Will Mike Johnson be the Speaker of the House after, I think it's January 3rd that they get sworn in? No. Is Hakeem Jeffries going to be Speaker of the House and be sworn in as such on January 3rd? Yes. So let's just not worry about whatever secret they have. Honestly, like, what is that guy? Like, is he in grade 5? I have a secret. We can't tell you. I mean, it's just appalling. He's just making me nuts. This guy needs to go because I'm going to lose what little sanity I'm still holding on to here. Almighty. Okay. Did Lauren Sanchez, who apparently is Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, steal the idea for a children's book from her yoga instructor? I know nothing about this. And don't forget, this is for entertainment purposes only, and allegedly we're not accusing her of anything or nothing. Did Lauren Sanchez not come up with the idea for the children's book on her own? Was it not her idea originally? No, it was not. So I asked that question funny. Did the idea for the children's book, did it originate with Lauren Sanchez? There we go. Okay, so no. Will any states refuse to certify their electoral vote for Kamala? Is there going to be any states that refuse to do that? Okay, so it's a weak yes. So there might be a couple. I think, things are going to get whipped up through the courts, but by and large, what I'm seeing, what I'm being told is that in a lot of places, that race is not going to be anywhere near as tight as people think it's going to be. And so in some cases, you can't scream that there was voter fraud or stuff was stolen if there's, 15, 20, 30 vote separating them, right? I mean, so I think that they're going to try. I don't think they're going to get anywhere. Will there be a delay in Kamala getting sworn in January? Is there going to be a delay on that? No. And I have consistently said that. I know that other people are saying other things, but, I guess we'll see. Keep our fingers crossed. No, the United States just doesn't need any more nonsense. They need this election to go smoothly. They need it to be definitive, and they need the things that are supposed to be done on certain days to be done. Just as simple as that. Will there be a civil war as a result of the results of the election? No. Will there be legislation passed that disallows convicted felons to run for office? Yes. Will there be laws passed in Harris's first term to make it against the law to intentionally lie to be elected to an office? Sorry, I was thinking about the guy out of New York. I can't even remember his name. But his whole thing was like all made up. And he got charged, but I think he got charged with like things like mail fraud or something. I don't think that there's actually a law that says you just can't lie like that. So let's see. Will there be laws that made that create a penalty or punishment for people who intentionally lie to win an elected office? Okay, that's a yes. Is that going to take place under Kamala Harris's administration? Yes. Is Harris quietly interviewing candidates for Attorney General? No. Has she picked a new AG who has agreed to take the role if she wins? No. What I'm seeing is sort of like a list. Oh, they would be good, or maybe we should look at that, or jot that name down. I want to come back on that. But she is so focused on not taking her foot off the gas on this thing until the last vote is counted. I think that there is sort of, some kind of a thought process going on, but I'm not getting that she is consciously moving forward with that. It feels like it is a little bit still nebulous yet. Is Jack Smith frustrated with Merrick Garland? A little bit. He really is. Will Liz Cheney return to politics? Yes. If she does, will she help form a new political party? If the existing Republican Party continues to fracture and you have that core group of people who really are extreme MAGAs, however you want to label them, it feels like we will then start a new party. If the Republican Party as it stands can be salvaged and enough of the distraction can be voted out, she may just try to resuscitate the existing one. Is there any chance there will be a second January 6th riot? No. If you have not watched the video called There Will Not Be a Repeat, that was released, I think, on Wednesday. You might want to watch that. Where are we at? Does Michelle Obama step into political adventures in the future? No. Michelle Obama had zero interest in attaining or achieving or running for any sort of political office. She is passionate about, doing the rallies here and the rallies there. She's particularly passionate about making sure that Trump is simply not voted in and there's no way he can get back into the White House. That's where the passion and the energy is. But she has no interest. And she's allowed. She really is. Will the Republican Party settle down in the near future? Well, according to the pendulum, I suspect we need to figure out what it means by settle down. But so there's a non-definitive answer there. Will Stephen Miller go to prison for his role in January 6th? So yes. Are there indictments ready to be filed against Stephen Miller? So yes. Go, Jack, go. Will the East Coast begin to see rain again in November? Are you guys dealing with a drought? Also, will the U.S. stop using daylight savings time within the next 5 years? Okay. East Coast. Is the East Coast going to see an increase in moisture, in rain, as we move through the month of November? That's like a little tiny yes. Will the United States stop using daylight savings time within the next 5 years? At this point, no. Will daylight savings time replace standard time? So instead of it going to standard time with no daylight savings, could it go into daylight savings without no standard time? Sorry, that's a really awkward question. Okay, so as of right now, it looks like it is more likely that the daylight savings time will become the new norm. Will Trump be sentenced in 2024? Let's say yes. So that would be Marshawn, right? That would be that court case. Was Trump involved in Jeffrey Epstein's death, or alleged death? Okay. Was he aware that there could be an attempt made? Yes. Was Was there an attempt to protect Trump based on what Epstein knew? And that's a yes. Honestly, I'm not going to ask it if he was involved. I mean, that's just like, what is that, libel, slander, it's something. So, I kind of worked around it. All right. Wow, we did it. Excellent, excellent questions. Thank you so very, very much. All right, listen, everybody, enjoy your weekend. If you haven't voted, go vote. If you're volunteering, do not stop volunteering. Keep going. There are people out there who are just now waking up to the fact that there's an election. They're just starting to figure out what the heck is going on. I mean, you know what? People have lives, right? Let's all hold really, really positive thoughts. And for those of you who have seen and want to work with that guided meditation, you can look in my playlist. I think it's under guided meditations, and it's called The Circle of Light. I think that is probably a really, really good thing to do as opposed to being anxious. It's a weekend. Do something nice for yourself and someone else. Until next time, take care. Be well. Bye-bye for now.